hello, to go off of the topic of whether or not you tell and what you tell your friends, that led me to think about the fact that there is a certain amount of things that you are going to try to say aloud that are going to make other people cringe. I mean, they're just not going to understand half of what you tell them happened to you. Let's just assume you've made the decision, you're confiding in someone now. There's a very unifying experience for those of us that have been through the narcissistic journey. If you've been in it, you don't even need words, okay? We all understand each other. There's a pattern of behavior that even if it goes undefined, because nobody knows the words associated with narcissistic personality disorder, you can hear people chumming about it and they understand, oh my God, his behavior was like that, okay? If I have one friend I bounce things off of because she's been through the same exact thing. If someone hasn't been through the same exact thing, it is very tough for them to get it. Impossible even. So even though you've had friends that you've confided in and you've told them this, that, and the other, and now they're open to, share with you and try to keep you from that narcissist, and I understand that they're going to come out with things like, oh my God, I can't believe you stayed with him. Oh my God, why didn't you leave 8 months ago? What? You did what? And you didn't leave him that day? I don't even get it. Who are you, Renee? Why did you do? They don't understand the whole cycle. And they see it as, so he charmed you, big deal. No, they don't understand. Love bombing is different than he just charmed you. They got in. They made themselves be who you wanted. They mirrored your wants and desires. They morphed into exactly the person that you think is for yourself because they studied and listened and did what you said you wanted. It's absolutely a pretty great operation of the love when the love bombing comes in. And then you're taken in. So they don't understand it from the get-go. They just don't. And that's not to say that I hope nobody does. I hope nobody ever understands this again. That's why I'm making this channel. But unless you've been through it, you can't explain it. You try to say things like, well, he charmed me, and then it just doesn't come out with the depth of the reasons that they do things. You can't get it across. Part of this is how sometimes they even fall victim to the narcissist. They were charmed. Oh, it must have been you. They even leave with the narcissist, partner or not. Friends can go with the narcissist post-split. The narcissist is talking about you. Smearing, they call it, the smear campaign. And the friend that leaves or believes them and leaves and goes with the narcissist and hangs out with them now, they call those people flying monkeys, okay? So if you have friends that get so charmed and taken by the narcissist that they are still trying to be your friend and you're trying to talk to them and they can't believe what you're telling them, it's because they too are charmed by the narcissist because they too are not aware of how these people can be. How these people, he's just sucking her in for the sake of hurting you. They don't know that. They're unaware of this because they haven't been through the narcissistic experience. Partner or not. I had the non-partner narcissist, which I had a narcissist that used to be in my life, not a partner. The non-partner narcissist very often will cause the split between you and a good friend. Just because they want to. Just because. They'll smear you to the friend and win them over. And they will win that friend over because that friend is unaware of the disorder. They don't realize they're dealing with a narcissist who's being manipulative. and they choose to believe the smearing that the narcissist goes to your good friend with information about you, and they choose to go and be a flying monkey. Those people make me laugh. I got a whole bunch I gotta say on that. Maybe I'll make a video. How can you be so flippy? Like, it's like, I picture, a fish that's dying, that's cold. That's wet, just flopping around. God help me if I ever have that little conviction and I just go off with somebody with what they say. But anyway, that's a whole different topic. The person that's not aware of the narcissistic person can not only never quite understand what you're trying to tell them, they won't be able to be saved by being a victim to maybe even your narcissist in the ways I just described. So they're off enjoying the narcissist's company. You and they aren't friends anymore. You and the narcissist are broken up with. They're never going to see the side of the narcissist that you saw in a romantic relationship. They might forever just see the fun, grandiose side of your narcissist and never understands why in the world you couldn't make it work with them. You might get that. How hurtful is that? And they may catch on, most friends do, that the narcissist is a BSer and they have all these other things wrong with them. They'll catch on. I've seen that happen too. The non-partner narcissist in my life did this with many of my friends. And pretty much every single relationship I watched fall out with that person. They catch on. These are dysfunctional people in many ways in life, not just relationship-wise. They're flighty, they're fleeting, they're temporary. I don't know how to describe their impermanency. It's like a flicker. They're like a blip on the screen. There's nothing steady about these people. That's got to be sensed by friends, by family, in relationships. We certainly sense it when it's a relationship with the narcissist. But remember, they have a whole entire life out there of people they're dealing with, and they're still a narcissist. They have family, they have friends, they have children, parents. The narcissist moves through life and it's not just with us that they have an unhealthy relationship. It's just very specific what they do to us. And it is a unifying experience. And if you ever find someone that kind of nods their head and looks at you, and make friends with that person and bounce off of them, because they will understand. You don't have to discredit. Most of my very good friends have never seen a relationship like this. They're still my wonderful good friends. And I'll tell them what I choose to tell them, and then I don't need to drag them through all these details. I realized it on my own. I didn't need to drag it into my friendships or whatever. I shone the light myself when I finally decided and saw it for the truth that it was. I didn't need any validation from anybody. I didn't need to check with anybody. I knew I wanted out. I knew I wanted out. But if you're not sure and you think you want to start going to people, that's a personal choice, that it can help push you over the edge to leave your narcissist. But just give your friends a break and understand it is an experience unlike nothing else. Do not get frustrated with friends if they don't understand, or if they have a quick answer like, well, just leave him. I don't even understand. I know you don't understand. I don't understand sitting here explaining it to you. And I wish I could explain to you minute to minute, day to day, how he got into my brain. But I just don't think I maybe can. Or try. Try to explain it to them. And if they don't ever quite grasp it, it's because they haven't been through it. And you know what? You can tell them, I know you cannot possibly 100% grasp what I'm telling you, because you haven't been through it. And the only thing I can tell you, my friend, is I am so glad you cannot 100% grasp it, because you've never been through it. And I hope you never do. Your hope to your good friends are that they don't understand it, because then that means they didn't live through this. Nobody wants to live through this. So don't get frustrated, and don't not tell them things because you don't think they're going to understand. Temper your language. Try to ease into things that are shockers, but they're your friends. if they're your friends. And like I said, I have a whole video on that, because some friends will go. And there's ways to handle those people too that believe the smearing and that go. Oh my God. But I want you to recognize that it's okay to feel a little bit alienated from friends if they don't understand this experience. There are experiences my friends have that I've never had. I don't allow it to alienate me. I allow it to just be that they've had a different experience. This is a very unique experience. It's not well known. People don't discuss it. They don't understand it. Your friends are going to look at it and say, oh, he was a player. Of course she's not with him anymore. Let them think that. Yeah, oh, he sure was. Let it just be that if you don't want to get into it. He convinced me. I can't describe it. I would say that sometimes. I can't describe it. You didn't see what he was like when it was just me and him. That's a great one. That's the truth. And then I would have people go, okay, you're right. But don't get short or curt or upset with your friends if they don't understand. That is a blessing that they don't understand, I hope. And they're trying to be there for you anyway. And recognize that. And if they get aggravated at you, recognize why. You're aggravated with yourself over the things they're probably aggravated with you for. You've beaten yourself up already for what you're about to tell them, and they're going to be, what? You've done it. So have some understanding and know that if there's not the tied experience, then they're not going to understand. And you may not ever meet anyone that has had the same experience as you. So then you tune into channels. I'm glad you're watching this one. We've all had the same experience. If you want help, comment on any of these videos down below. This is a very cooperative community from what I've seen. I couldn't even count the hundreds of videos I've seen, but it's a very cooperative community. People want to help each other. That's how gloriously unifying this experience is. None of us wants any of us to feel this or go through this. And that's why I hope, and I keep forgetting to always ask, but subscribe and share this so other people see and learn. None of us want anyone to ever go through this. I hope it becomes a less and less known disorder and that the truth gets out there and people recognize these people and they all end up wandering the streets alone, dating each other. I guess that would be my help for the narcissist, because they can't be changed, they say. I mean, it's a disorder as old as time. Just because it wasn't named doesn't mean people weren't behaving this way. So my best hope is that we people that do not have the disorder recognize those with it, and we can repel that, and they're all stuck with each other. But in order to do that, you have to stay strong. And you have to recognize that if you're telling somebody something and they might misspeak and even say, are you nuts? Don't let it trigger you because the narcissist said, just say, I know. I think I was a little bit. I think you're right. I know. Don't get mad at them and become combative. It's not their fault that they're shocked. The narcissist behavior is shocking. The entire experience is full of shockers. And when you start telling somebody, allow them time to even process what you're deciding to tell them. Because even if it's the little stuff, it's still wicked bad. So I encourage you to keep listening. This channel is all about having the unifying experience of the narcissist. We're here for you. If you don't know anyone else in your life that has had it, come here. Unload your comments. People will comment back. They'll help you. It's a very cooperative audience. Okay.